What is your take? What is your quick breakdown on Sterling versus Jan?
So Sterling, so I think like, when you talk to Jan, and we were fortunate enough, we watched the fights the week before our fight. We were out in Vegas, and we actually watched the fights with Sterling. By no means are like we buddies or anything. We were just at the same place. We watched the fights, and we got to talk to him a little bit. Seems like a really nice kid. He was just saying like that morning, like he miscalculated like what time the fight was. He thought the fight was going to be earlier, so he only ate breakfast. He didn't eat lunch, and he said he just went in there like he was in the locker room starving and stuff like that. So, is that true? I don't know, but he feels like, he went in already kind of gassing out because he didn't get enough nutrition. His nutrition was off that day, so maybe that's the case. And he had a bad neck in camp, so he couldn't really grapple. He got his neck fixed. His neck is fixed. He has a better plan for the nutrition stuff going into the next one. And I think if you look early on in that fight, like he was doing well.
Yeah.
I thought he won the first round, but I guess the judges had him losing the first round and then winning the second,
close,
and then the third.
Sure, yeah.
He lost, and the fourth was kind of like, that's when the knee happened. But he clearly was getting tired, But I think if he's able to, his neck is fixed, he's able to get the nutrition locked in right, and then go in there with a little bit better of a plan in terms of like, I'm not going to redline it for the first 5 minutes and gas out. I really think he can beat Jan. I think Jan's a dangerous fighter, but I think if you go back and watch the Jimmy Rivera fight, like he didn't really dominate Jimmy Rivera. He kind of was like losing the fight, except for a couple punches where he dropped him and that one of the rounds. Because we were on that same card. I was watching from the green room. I think Sterling can beat him. I think it's kind of a pick'em fight in my opinion. I think a lot of people have Jan probably dominating in the rematch, but I really think Aljamain Sterling, he's got some smart coaches around him. He's anytime you make it a grappler can't grapple during camp because of his neck, it's tough to go out there and grapple in a fight, and that showed a little bit. So I would honestly, like, if I had to pick, I'm going to pick Sterling in the rematch, just because I think that he'll fight a little bit smarter this time, and I think he'll go in more confident because he sees what he was able to do last time when he didn't really feel 100%.
And then Sandhagen versus TJ?
I got to go with Sandhagen just because you hear these stories about them in the gym years ago when Sandhagen was a nobody, and I guess he used to just beat the shit out of him, and he's took his lunch money, so to speak, and and that's a fight that they wanted, and from what I understand is it's a fight that they were like, well, TJ will never take this fight. Like, he'd be an idiot to take this fight. So, once all the other matchups were done, it's probably TJ. I'm speculating here. I don't know, but TJ was probably like told, hey, you fight this kid or, you're not going to get a fight for a little bit. And, it was, because I heard they were trying to do like TJ and Faber. And then Faber's timeline didn't work out or something like that, which that would have been interesting for like a storyline standpoint. But, that didn't work out. So then it was like, Sandhagen's available. And, from what I understand is they Sandhagen's side didn't think that TJ would take it just because of how it went in the gym. And that's always going to give someone like Cory confidence. And then anytime you're the guy that's taking the fight that you don't really want, it's tough. You're kind of you're like, all right, I guess we'll do this one to get to a title, because TJ probably wants the title right away. I got to go with Cory. I just think that he's probably got the mental edge. He's got youth on his side. TJ's coming off a long layoff and getting knocked out. And maybe now this time he's not allowed to cheat. So I don't know. Like, I'm not going to say TJ was cheating the whole time, but I mean, you're already champion. You're going to try to be a double champion. That's kind of a weird time to decide to start cheating. And then you get all these stories from like, the alpha male guys saying that he's been cheating the whole time. So I don't know, but that's for him and his team to figure out. I just think that he's probably not cheating this time. So that's got a 2-year layoff, coming off a knockout against a kid that used to beat you up in the gym, and you're not cheating now. The cards are kind of stacked against you, in my opinion.
So you're going with Sandhagen?
I'm going with Sandhagen. That was a very long-winded Sandhagen answer.